Hello, beautiful souls. So I'm inspired and guided and excited to share a card pull. We're going to probably mix it up a little, maybe use some oracle cards. I don't know if I'm going to use any tarot. I've actually got my Light Seers Tarot holding my phone up right now. I thought I was going to be able to go in my chair and kind of get the tree in there. So this is our Christmas tree. Her name is Joy. Say hello, Joy.
Hello.
So if you want to hear the story on that, go watch my video that I posted today. You could go towards the end because I talked about that experience then. So we're gonna again get into a little bit of an oracle pull. We're in the portal of this super full moon in Gemini. It's potent, it's powerful. There's so much that's going on. There's a lot of integration taking place. So again, if you're struggling with that integration, check out my light language. That might help. Maybe just go back and watch my videos from the beginning of the week. Again, in this integration phase from December 1st to December 8th. Again, just integrating everything that you've received in December and everything that you're continuing to receive as you continue to unfold during this process. So thank you for joining me today. As always, it is December 3rd, 2025, 123. So if you've been seeing the numbers 123, maybe that'll resonate that this message is for you. If you've seen angel wings, angels, 144, fairies, dragons just came in, dragonflies, unicorns, 2222, 1111, the sign Gemini, fire. Anything else? No. Okay, so again, those are just key codes, and those can unlock you in any way, shape, or form, and just give you an indication that this message is for you, or maybe other messages that are presented to you might be for you. So welcome again. My name is Tanya. Hanging out with me this evening. We're taking some chill days. This is just, our home is just lit up with candles and Christmas lights. I've been in an integrative phase for 3 days, but definitely in the thick of it yesterday and today. Feeling a little better than I did this afternoon. That's why I'm called to do this. If I didn't feel like doing this, I wouldn't do it. And tomorrow, we might be taking a rich day, a rest, a day of rest, of integration, of calm, of chill, of cease, nothingness, stillness. And I can't think of H right now. Yeah, I'll think of it. All right. So anyways, we're going to get to it right now. Also, I'm called to the cardinal. So the cardinal may resonate for you in some way, shape, or form. You can look at the spiritual meaning of the cardinals and see if that's, again, another key code. I was guided to pick up one of my little Nicky Nackies. And again, I have a lot of snowmen. I don't have Santa-based stuff. I have gnome stuff. So gnomes might be significant, like the fairies, the elementals. So I have a lot of elementals in my space. My plants, my trees, my flowers. Fire burning, I burn incense. I have diffusers going, water. I burn incense and I spritz, so there's a lot of, I got the window cracked. I've mentioned that in other videos, so pay your attention to how your energetic space is. Okay, so I'm gonna do what's the vibe first. So we're just gonna kind of just go with it. There's no rhyme or reason. I just connect, and whatever comes through, comes through. And hopefully some of this resonates with you. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. And what you do receive is for your best and for your highest. All right, and again, if Source put me in front of you, if your higher self or your team put me in front of you, that was no coincidence. You were meant to see this message in some way, shape, or form, even if it was just resonating with one card out of this pull. The art, the words, the numbers, whatever it is. I locked my kiddo in. He can't get out. I just realized I pushed my chair. The space gets really compacted with the tree in. So I locked him in our little space here. We've got a virtual fireplace going, and an outside wooden porch. There's a sofa. There's pine trees. It's lightly snowing in the distance. You see a cabin. There's a tabby laying on a fur rug. Just trying to rattle off some key codes. There's some candles lit. It's more of a gray type of an evening, kind of like it is here. So hopefully everyone's doing well. So just going to pull a few cards and then just run through them. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest. Claim what you want and leave the rest, okay? So what does the collective need to know in this now present moment to confirm, to validate, to activate as a key code? All right, so much here. Well, two more. There's one. So if you pick up, if you hear him, I've got my earphones in, but sometimes those are super sensitive. All right, and bottom of the deck. All right, so the first thing that came out was masked, hiding, concealing, and deception. Whew. All right, so is there anyone in your life that is not being true and authentic? Do you feel like there's things that need to be spoken? Do you feel like somebody's concealing or hiding something from you, being deceptive? If so, maybe this is a sign to address that, okay? To address that, okay? Maybe this is you, okay? Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. What came out next was family. So, family, blood ties, and inner circle. So a lot of us are starting to connect with our soul family. Again, this might mean that maybe there's some family members that this is associated with, okay? It could mean a few different things. Your inner circle, and again, if your soul family or soul tribe hasn't shown up yet, trust, faith, and believe that they're on their way, okay? What came out next is hopeful. So keep that hope up, inspired, optimistic, in success. So just continue to have that optimism, that hope. And I know it gets hard from day to day when we're in the thick of it, especially right now during this integration phase with the energy feels heavy. We're just kind of plugging away through these last bits this year and the stickiness of all of it. So just continue having hope and faith and know that success is just right around the corner, okay? All right, so everyone's been going through a lot of healing in their own way, shape, and form right now. Okay, so find your healing practices that work for you in your toolbox. So lots of self-care. You hear me talk about self-care all the time. I take rich days every day because Source, Higher Self, and my team have set my life this year up. They literally cleared the path. They bulldozed the path to give me all the space and time that I needed to heal from this lifetime, past lifetimes, and for my generations, my soul lineage and my blood lineage. That takes some work whether you realize it or not. I didn't realize that at the beginning of this journey, but taking that higher perspective, that eagle, and again, eagle might be a key code or a hawk, taking that higher perspective and being able to look back and see the why. You can't see the why when you're in it. You can usually see the why after you've kind of moved through it. And remember, in that healing process, you have to go within. All right, as within, so without. You have to go through to heal, right? You got to go through it to heal it. You got to feel it, embody it, let it go, cry it out, journal it out, meditate, scream, dance, shout, whatever your method is moving that energy. Quit burying it and pushing it down, and take the action steps for the self-care, for that introspection, and for that meditation. I think I've said both of those before reading the rest of the cards. Thank you, Source. So again, laughter, happiness, joy, healing. So embody and enjoy those moments of laughter. I put some stand-up on. I listen to a lot of stand-up comedy. There's a lot of free content out there. Find your favorite comedians, re-listen to them again, and just laugh, and just not give a fly F, and just laugh, right? Because laughing and happiness and joy is part of the healing process. It's a way to move energy. All right. It also brings you in that now present moment, right? Having and sharing and co-creating that experience. I'm getting really hot. It's confirmation burp, excuse me. Whew. All right. So wishful thinking. So somebody in the collective might have someone in their energy that has some wishful thinking. or just the dandelion might be relevant to you, but maybe you're having some, with the retrograde, you might have some people coming in for second chances, whether that's family, friends, loved ones, partners, deja vu, nostalgia. So with that retrograde ending here just last week, so that might be relevant to you in this healing process. And just be mindful of who's coming back into your energy, why they're coming back into your energy, and then just see if it's resonating. I can't think right now. Thank you. Just go within and see if that's a good thing. Okay? Because sometimes you need to separate from certain people for you to do your healing and for them to do their healing. And that doesn't necessarily you're going to be separated forever, and that's final. It just may mean you just separate for a short period of time, but then you come back together in a higher frequency in a new version of yourselves. Does that make sense? All right. So some of you might be feeling a little isolated right now. I get you. I feel you. I know exactly what that feeling feels like. You might feel rejected. You might be feeling left alone. Hopefully no one's self-inflicting or harming themselves. All right. So isolation. All right. Again, that big teddy bear might be relevant as a key code for you as well. All right. Just know that you are never alone. If you're feeling alone, call on your angels. Hence the symbolism of the angels today, the angel wings. Call upon your angels, the archangels, your guardian angels. Ask them to step in. Ask them to comfort you. Ask them to wrap their love and their support around you. And that's been one of the biggest helps for me, because I've been alone the majority of this journey. Okay, when it comes to this process. And it can feel very isolating, especially when you don't feel like you have anyone you can talk to 100% and be 1,000% authentic with what you're going through, whether you're receiving downloads or visions or certain gifts and abilities are coming back on. You just feel so isolated. I get that. I completely resonate with that, but just know you are never alone. Reach out to communities, connect with videos like this with other people in your community. If you have places where you connect with other people, I've got that. I've got a place I can go once a month. It's our wellness store, where we can do Reiki share. They have different events during the month or the week where you can connect with other like-minded souls, which really helps. They have group meditations and different things like that might help you get out of that isolation energy that you're feeling. Okay? All right. There's an apology coming in for somebody. Someone that may have taken some arrogant, rash actions. Apology. Someone might be getting an apology. All right. Arrogance, rash actions. So maybe they were being really arrogant in their energy and they made a rash action, or just be mindful that if someone is coming in with an apology, that if it's a sincere apology and it's not insincere, that they're not just saying it because you're not in their energy field anymore and you're being missed energetically. So just be mindful and sit on that, meditate on that, tune into that, and just ask your team, ask source. You will get a clear answer. You'll get a clear answer, okay? All right. So gentleness. So that feminine energy, this has come up a lot, that divine feminine. Again, we're balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine. And that gentleness, that nurturing, that mothership. Is that what that says? Might need to get mothering. Okay. Okay. So some of you might feel like you're lacking in the gentleness or the nourishing or the mother, nurturing or that mothership. All right. Maybe you need to work on balancing your divine feminine. Maybe you're standing too strong in your divine masculine. Been there my whole life. As a form of protection. It got me to where I'm at, but I had to learn to embody and heal and balance my divine feminine, my divine masculine within, the divine union within. If you don't come into balance with the divine union within, you're not going to have any success with that divine union outside of you. Okay? and it'll continue to get more and more uncomfortable, okay? All right, so we're gonna finish off with this longing card. So somebody might be longing, whether it's people, places, like friends, family, partners. Someone's missing you. Someone wants to talk. Maybe someone's been too afraid to come out and talk. So just know that they are missing you. They want to talk and they want to reunite. So on that note, thank you, Source. A lot of divine unions, twin souls. Again, it's not the pink fluffy stuff. Kingdom spouses, soulmates, whatever you resonate with, are coming into union, are coming back into union. So if you've already met your divine counterpart and you know it, and you've been separated for a period of time, whether it's a short period of time or a long period of time, just know that they're coming back. They're missing you. They want to talk. They want to reunite. Okay, but just again, use your discernment. Okay, don't get wrapped up in the fairy tale of all of it. Okay, because if you haven't done the healing work, what's going to happen is you're just going to, and that's what twin souls do. You're meant to mirror and trigger each other, to awaken. So that's short term on that, just a little short definition of that. The divine feminine goes first in a twin soul activation. It is an activation. It is a contract. It is a journey. It is an awakening. So the feminine goes first, but usually what happens is the divine masculine triggers the divine feminine to wake up. She makes big, bold, brass moves that make no sense to herself or the divine masculine most of the time. And there's plenty of good information out there, but there's a lot of bullshit out there too. So be very mindful and discerning on that. And then what happens is once she wakes up, she's like, okay, I need to start working on my healing. I got to work on my abandonment wounds and all of these other childhood wounds and traumas that I've been burying my entire life. And you do that, what happens is you remove your energy, and that at some point will trigger, and now you've activated and woke up and set that spark under the divine masculine for him to do his introspection and to do his healing work on all of his stuff. And it's completely different. So the divine feminine healing journey looks completely different from the divine masculine's journey, okay? And have that awareness of that. And like I said, you can look at some good channels out there. The one that's coming to mind, I think, is Sacred Soul Rising. I think she's great at explaining that. So check her channel out on YouTube. Again, I apologize if it's wrong, but I think it's Sacred Soul Rising, okay? So if you're seeing peacocks and swans, the 1111, 222s, trying to think of other things that are usually connected with the twin soul activation journey. Those are the main ones: swans, peacocks, the numbers. And also know that with the twin soul, it's, you got your oversoul, and then it breaks it off into, I think, 12 parts, and then those 12 parts break off. So those aspects, one of those aspects, those soul aspects, splits itself into two. So it's two essences or two sparks off of one. So it's two of one, right? So it's one spark split into two parts, the feminine and the masculine. Again, gender not important. You could be a man and hold the divine feminine essence, and you could be a female holding the divine masculine. So are you the runner? Are you the chaser? I be the chaser, he be the runner. Didn't know that. I had no clue. No clue. And again, I wasn't meant to know until I was meant to know, because that's how, when you sat up there and you all wrote your contracts out, you wrote them out to say, okay, I'm not supposed to know until then. This is how I'm asking you to wake me up, and it's going to be like ripping a Band-Aid off, uncomfortable, painful, excruciating, all of this stuff, okay? If you know, you know. All right, so that's the vibe for that. Hopefully that particular deck resonated with some people. Thank you for hanging out. We're 19 minutes in. I'm going to put that deck up, and I'm called to go to the Osho Tarot. And again, I don't read it as tarot. I read it as just kind of as the art. I kind of try to go with the energy for the collective. Maybe if there's any numbers or symbols in the art. Again, I'm finding that the more I'm pulling cards for videos like this, I'm able to pick up, excuse me, energy. Or I'm guided to say certain things, and it's channeling. Aware channeling. All right, source. Whew. What does the collective need to hear from this particular deck tonight? All right. All right, let's see here. Hopefully everyone's doing well. So on the bottom of the deck is existence. You are a soul. You are a spark. You are a star. All right? Sit in your existence. And I believe that's a number 1 card. Next 2026, new beginnings. Okay? We're just going to do this. Again, it's the bottom of the deck, the way they do it. Creativity. So we're here to create and to play. So we've got this moon energy here, this goddess energy. She's got a crown of stars. There's a rainbow overhead with that crystalline rainbow frequency right there. We've got this beautiful water. There's that lotus flower energy. I've mentioned this in my other videos. Go look at the spiritual meaning of the lotus flower. Okay, and then if you want to go into the depths, you can look at the different colors of the lotus. But again, 1,000-petal lotus, that's your crown chakra. The crown chakra here, stars. I'm going to put my glasses on because the lighting in here isn't great, but we've got those spirals here as well. And again, her hair is just this rainbow colored. I see some triangles in there. Like I said, the flowing water. The art on these cards is just spectacular. All right, underneath that was celebration, which is pretty funny because this card actually goes with a couple of messages I've seen about we're kind of in the thick of the storm. I've mentioned being the eye in the storm, being the calm in the storm, okay? And dancing in the rain. That came up in the message I just heard this afternoon. That it's thunderstorming all around us, but we're in there, we're getting washed, we're getting cleansed, and then the celebration comes out. So these, and when I was listening to that message, this card popped up in my head. So it's no surprise that it popped up in this reading. And this is the number 3 card, so 3s, 333, Ascended Masters, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Babaji, Buddha. Yeah, so they're dancing and they're splashing around in the rain. There's leaves and they're just having a good old time. And just, if you've ever played in the rain, we did it as kids. Let's do it more. So it's that playing. All right, so I'm going to shuffle now because that was just called to pull those 3 cards. All right, source, what else do we have for the collective? And I'm going to finish off with the Moonology card because it is that super moon, that super full moon in Gemini. Finish the year with one of the most powerful, potent full moons of the year. And then, you know, we had, what do we got? The 12/12 portal coming up. We've got the solstice coming up. We've got, before the solstice on the 19th, we've got the new moon. And then as far as I think if I'm correct in saying this, I could be wrong. Please help me down there below. 3i Atlas is going to be at its closest parity to the Earth as it moves back away. Again, activating and all the things that it's here to help us as we help it, you know, all of it. It's all co-creation. It's all co-creation. And then we have the solstice. And then if you celebrate that, yeah, it's just a lot. And not like a lot that it's bad. It's just a lot that it's just a lot. And just that's why it's good to take these pauses and to surrender and to trust in the divine. Because you're continuing to unfold and flower. There's that beautiful pink lotus energy. I'm telling you this. I've got a couple decks that has the lotus in it. And that beautiful energy keeps presenting itself. So again, please go look at the spiritual meaning of the lotus and see if it resonates. She's sitting on her beautiful lotus flower. She's got that full moon behind her. All right. She's just relaxing in her, and she's just being in her present, beautiful magnificent, magical self, and all of those things. Water might be significant as well. Going with the flow. There's our water again. Just laying in that river, letting just flow. Just go with the flow. Again, surrender and be and just go with the flow. Okay? We got to continue to have the patience. I get it. There's our moon cycle, our goddess, birthing. That's that Empress energy, sitting in your Empress energy. You don't chase, you attract. And know that all is yours is already here. Everything has already been created, okay, in the spiritual. It just takes a little time to reach us here in the physical, right? But you got to do the healing work. You got to let it go. You got to forgive it all, okay? Surrender. All right? Completion. So again, this is the completion. Puzzle pieces. Again, I've mentioned this in a few videos. I've hated, just do not like puzzles. I've never liked puzzles. But this entire healing process has felt like a big puzzle. And I don't get the pieces until usually after the fact. And it's like, oh, there's that. Oh, I get it now. Thank you. It makes sense now. So maybe that resonates with some of you, okay? What do we got here? Some of these are just kind of all flipped over. So again, tuning in, all right? Tuning into self, doing that meditation, do that introspection. And the kiddos over here being silly. Again, the 4s, 444, 44, or just the number 4. So go within. And again, meditation can look like many things. It can just be stillness and breath work. I do a lot of my meditation in bed, laying down, laying flat. I don't do seated meditation. It's not comfortable. I don't like it. I do what I enjoy when I meditate. I meditate in the bath. I meditate when I walk. I meditate when I work out. I do different forms of meditation and breath work. So find what resonates and what works best for you and what you love to do. Don't do a complete silent meditation because some guru said that's the way you should do it and that's the only way you can get results. No, don't work that way. Find what works for you, what excites you and ignites you, and find the meditations. It might take a little time to figure out what that is. Like, do I like more meditations that are guided? Do I like more meditations that are just frequency and sound? Do I like more meditations that are more silent? Do I like more meditations that have light language in them? So just find what works best for you. All right. I know you've been feeling a little isolated. I get it. But remember, isolation is divine protection. That's the number 3 card again. So let's go with the 3s. I know this is one of my biggest lessons, that isolation is divine protection. There's a reason why you've been isolated. There's a reason why people, places, and things have been removed from your field. They are not meant to be in that field while you're going through this process. And if they are meant to come with you, they will. Source will make that happen. So just, I know, I get it. It can be challenging. Call on your team. Find a community, okay? So we've all got these new visions, right? We're co-creators. We're creating new earth together. We're creating earth together. We're co-creating with source, higher consciousness, higher selves. We're here to co-create. We have the new vision. We are the blueprint holders of new earth because we're creating things that never existed before, right? You can't, there's no blueprint on it. We're the blueprint. We do hold, there are some of us that are blueprint holders of certain things, for sure. Original things, for sure. But also for new earth, we're creating the blueprint for those that are coming up. Okay, so new visions. There's just so much. Just take a look at that. I just sometimes I don't even want to talk. I just want to show the art on these cards because it's just so beautiful. All right, is there anything else that we want to share with the collective as a message source from this deck? So again, ask for that guidance from your angels. Ask for guidance from your guides, your angels, your ancestors. They're always with you, right? They follow divine law, though. Non-interference. They can't help you unless you ask for them. Ask for them, Ask for them to come in and help you. Ask for your angels, your guides, your archangels, your ancestors, your spiritual team of unconditional love and light that are working with you in this now present moment to help you, to surround you with love, to help you get through something that is tough. Call upon them. This has been my greatest gift when I surrendered to this. I did it as a child. I remember I remember doing this as a child. I had a really traumatic childhood. I remember as a child doing this. And then at some point, I don't know why, I quit. And when I found it again, it's been a blessing to be able to reconnect with all of the beautiful team members that are working with me and have been working with me this entire time, even though I had no idea. All right, so call upon them. Ask for help. Whew. Like I said, we're keeping it real, raw, authentic, and messy. It's messy here. I don't care. I don't have a fancy setup. Y'all are hanging out on my 3111 on the clock. My phone's propped up with some oracle cards. I don't have, at some point maybe I'll get a stand. I don't know. I don't have, my videos have always been real, raw, messy, and authentic in that now present moment as my authentic self, as my now present self. And if you've followed me along, if you know, that's evolved quite a bit, especially this year, especially. So join the ride, have fun. I don't know what's coming each day. I'm just present in it as much as possible in every now present moment. All right, so do the healing work. Go within, tap in, do the introspection, okay? This time is the perfect time to do it, especially if it's in the winter time. It's a perfect time to just take that extra time, especially this month. The message has been clear this month is not to do more, it's to do less. It's to slow down and quit rushing, okay? All right, is there anything else do we have for the collective, please? And thank you, Source. Quit feeling guilty. This is a big one. And I'm just going to go at the bottom of the deck because it's been my whole message this week that's been coming through. So we have these flowers. We've got the ego in the mind trying to make you feel guilty for choosing you, for saying no. Remember, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And your hell no is a sacred hell yes. And sometimes it's a not right now. So it could go either way. But again, this time more than ever, you've got to let the guilt go. You've got to let it go. You've got to quit feeling guilty that if you've got a family event or a friend event, whatever it is, an event that you were invited to, and let's say 3 weeks ago it was a yes, and you get like a week out and you're just like, no, because you've changed in those three weeks. You've completely shifted. You're a completely different person that said yes originally. So that now it was a yes. This now it's a no. Quit feeling guilty and say no. If you want to stay home because you feel like you need rest, you need more sleep, you just need more alone time, you need silence, you need quiet. Like today, I just needed no more than the lights here, this virtual thing, and maybe some channeled messages. And even at some point, the channeled messages was like nails on a chalkboard. There was too much energy coming in. Okay, so quit feeling guilty. Let it go. Say no. If it excites you and ignites you and expands you, and it's a yes, no matter what it is, whether it's just going for a walk in the snow, or like I said, going to a coffee shop with a friend. If it's something you scheduled weeks ago and now it doesn't feel right, be okay in saying no. Somebody needed to hear that. Quit feeling guilty. I used to always say yes because I would feel guilty on saying no. Whether I was consciously, it was mostly it was an unconscious thing that was associated with trauma and abandonment issues. It was all correlated. So at this point, I got, I'm sorry, I love you, next time. We'll figure out something next time. I need me time. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. Okay? The integration message is here. So like I said, I've been doing the light language December 1st through the 8th. So just check that out. See if that helps with everything that you're going through, to help you with some ease and some grace, to help you clear anything in your field, to help you open up so you're able to integrate everything that you're receiving more. So we've got the duality, Gemini, new moon, yin and yang, twins. Well, there's your swan confirmation. There's your eagle confirmation. Right? Higher perspective. I've already said that. Thank you, Source. Brilliant. Drop the mic as usual. The rainbow frequency energy, the crown chakra there. There's a diamond up there, so that diamond in the rough. Diamonds are created under pressure. I'm a diamond. I'm a diamond. I've been created and forged in the fire and under the pressure. I am a diamond, right? I am a twin soul. And all year I've been getting the eagle, my spirit animal. One of my main ones is the eagle. Okay? The yin and yang, the duality, the balance. Again, this can be associated as well with the twin soul activation and journey. All right, so take a look at that. Integration. So it's the week of integration. Thank you, Source. Amazes me every time. And if you see readers, and we just do it our way, and our way isn't better than anyone else's way, it's just our way, right? It's just our way. And our way might resonate with you. It might not resonate with you. There might be other readers out there that resonate, but there's a reason why we're here to that's why we're here doing what we do, and why we are called to do what we're doing, whether we've been doing it for years or we just started on this journey, sharing our frequency and energy at this point. Okay? Connecting more deeply with our angels and our guides and our spiritual team and Source, Creator, Mother and Father, the all that is, the universe, whatever words work best for you. What words work best for me depends on my day and my state of mind. Usually it's Source, Creator, Mother and Father, God, my angels, my guides, my ancestors, my cosmic guides, my cosmic family, my dragon guides, my unicorn guides, the fairies, the elementals, and any ascended masters, priests and priestesses. So I've got a list of that I go off, but I don't rattle that list every day. Just like if I'm doing a meditation, I'll rattle what feels called to. Confirmation burp, excuse me. All right, so we're going to finish off with the Moonology deck here. All right, again, if you've made it this long, thank you for hanging out with me this evening. It is 17:30, so I'm going to see if I'm going to find some stand-up or find a movie to watch. Kiddo goes to Dad's tomorrow, and I think we're going to take a rich day off of school, right, buddy? Not a sick day, we're taking a rich day, a rest day, an integration day, and yes, your kids do need that as well. So I don't get wrapped up in the bullshit and nonsense of that it's a bad thing that your kiddos, if they need a rest day, let them take a freaking rest day. Okay? Let them take a rest day during the school week. Let it. They need a break from the system. Eventually the system will change. I don't know how soon that will be, but eventually it will. Okay? It is not built for our children. It's built to crank out bots. Worker bees. When you understand and you know, yeah. All right, what do we have, Source? If this full moon in Gemini card comes out, I will plot. Because that card came out yesterday or today. I don't remember. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't remember. Sometimes I'll just pull oracle cards at the end of my daily videos. And then I'll do a separate card pull. But I was called just to pull some oracle cards tonight. I was just I felt better after I decided a few things. And I had a cup of hot chocolate, medicinal hot chocolate. So maybe some of you enjoy your hot chocolate. Make your own. Don't buy the toxic stuff. Just organic cacao. You can get organic raw cacao, organic raw fermented cacao. Add some honey, maple syrup, or some raw cane sugar. And what else? You can find the balance of blend that works for you. And then I add chaga, some ground wild harvest chaga I've had for years, maca powder, peppermint oil to make a peppermint hot chocolate. I use soy milk. I have an organic, unfiltered soy milk that has basically, it's water and soybeans. Very clean, no fillers, no chemicals, no additives, no preservative. And I finished one of my pumpkin muffins, and that was dinner, and I had a few plantain chips before that, and a couple of dips and some cashew cream cheese, and then fruit before that. So if you're craving sweets, please eat the fruit. Your body needs those natural sugars and minerals. If you're craving chocolate, please eat high quality chocolate because it's got mag in it, magnesium. You probably need some more magnesium. So during this time where your body's integrating, thank you source, that you need to boost your magnesium up. So get your citrate, boost it high, basically until you get the runs, and then balance it off in your glycinate, okay? And take those, I recommend those at night. Just find what works for you. You can get a complex and see what works best for you. And yeah, just really guided, especially when you're going through this stuff. Your body needs more minerals than ever. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Salt in the water, mineral drops. I don't really recommend like the stuff like Element and all of those, because you just, natural sources, salt, honey, maple syrup. Thank you. Blackstrap molasses is another great from another place to get minerals in. You could do like a blackstrap molasses type little drink or tonic. Again, I work in the holistic, all natural as much as possible. What else do we have for the collective on this? Minerals. And just your magnesium. Your body burns through magnesium at a massive, and most, if not all, the population is severely deficient in magnesium. And your body requires, I think there's 300 or more functions that your body requires different forms of elementals when it comes to the magnesium. Across all their other elements, again, you can get different combinations. Mineral drops might be a good thing, but just, again, boost it by taking a high dose of it right now, and you'll see a huge difference on your sleep and your stress and how you're handling everything that your body is going through, and it's integrating as it's upgrading. Okay, I'm gonna drink. Holy crap, I did not realize this card pull was going to be this long. So thank you again. I'm going to say it again for making it through. All right, so reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter, moon in Scorpio. So what is it that you are still holding back that is needing to be seen? What parts of you, what raw, real, messy, authentic parts of you are you holding back because you're afraid of not being seen? That's what this month is getting you to it's gonna keep making you more uncomfortable and keep showing you in ways where you are not putting yourself first. You need to be seen in your raw, authentic self. That came through right before I started doing this pull in a channeled message. So reveal what needs to be seen, okay? All right, work through your feelings. Everything is, all the message is kind of like interweaving and weaving together. Last quarter, moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. Feel the feels. Cry it out. I've spent many days and nights in crying. Crying yesterday, just being triggered. I don't know the why. Sometimes I know the why, but at this point, it's just deep ancestral stuff that's coming up. It's debris. You know, when you stir up sediment in a lake or an ocean or a river, and then the debris comes up, you know, it's sediment, it's buried, it's hanging out there in the muck and the dark, but you bump it and it's coming up. Now you got to feel it. And it comes up and you feel it, and then it just washes away. It washes away. All right. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. I try to make sure I'm practicing all the gratitude every day, thanking my team, thanking Source for everything that I have. It might not be everything that I want at this time, but knowing in my heart that everything that I want is already here. It's just not here yet. It's not here yet, but it's already manifest. It's already manifested. So practice gratitude. I am grateful for all of it. I am grateful for everything that I've been through. I'm grateful for everything that I have. Be grateful. So grateful. Okay. Go wild. Full moon in Leo. So we are here to go wild. Be our wild, messy, magical, magnetic, authentic selves. Go wild. All right. And let's see if there's anything else here. Anything else here, Source, to finish this message, this beautiful message with the collective? What do we got here? Speak your world into being. You are You are a magical, manifesting MFer. Speak your world into being. Be mindful, words or spells. That's why gossip is one of the worst forms of magic. Don't gossip. Don't gossip. All right, especially now more than ever, you need to be mild, but speak your world into being. Speak it, write it, think it, feel it, embody it. Know that it already has happened. It's already happened, okay? Thank you so much for these messages tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a little longer one. Using my oracle cards tonight, but it was meant. It's meant to be. It's either meant to be short or long. It's meant to be as perfect as it's meant to be, and you are meant to receive exactly what you were meant to receive. Anything else here, Source? Like I said, I usually call to the bottom of the deck. Release your blocks. All right, so release your blocks. Release those blocks. And if you're unsure if there's blocks, what I do is I just ask to release. I greatly desire to release any blocks that I might be holding, that I am unaware of, and that I may be holding onto from past lives. So how I would say this that might be helpful for somebody is I ask that I'd like to release any blocks that are preventing me from clearly hearing. This is when I was working with my mentor yesterday. I asked to release the blocks, known and unknown, seen and unseen, across all timelines, dimensions, spaces, and portals and realms. I desire to clearly hear from my guides, my teachers, my ancestors, my loved ones. So release those blocks. And again, how do you release emotional blocks? Is, again, feeling your feels, letting it go. All right, if you're conscious of what those blocks are, if you know you're holding on to fear and worry and lack and struggle and all of that, set the intention and use your breath work. Inhale, exhale, blow it out, release. Use energy, frequency, and light to cleanse and clear. All right, full moon in Cancer. Let it dissolve. So release your blocks and just let it dissolve. Let it just float away, like, you know, you brought that sediment up, you've worked through those feelings, and now you're just going to let it wash away. You're going to let Source wash away. And then, of course, we've got the full moon there as well. All right, let's see if there's any other messages here for the collective. Excuse me, confirmation burp. So that's usually moving energy. Air is moving energy. Confirmation. Okay. Anything else here? Excuse me. Relax and know you're worthy. That's a great way to finish it. Thank you, Source. It's a great way to finish that. So we're going to finish it with relax. So we've been talking about this. So new moon in Cancer, but full moon in Cancer, new moon in Cancer. So maybe there's something that took place in the last moon cycles that were in Cancer, the full moon and new moon, or you're a Cancer sign. There's all ways you can resonate with this, but relax. Remember, the theme of this month is to be, to rest, to relax, to renew, to just be present. Okay? And then just know your worth. Know you are worthy of everything. You are worthy of all of it. And know that all of it is already yours. You are worthy. You are worthy. Do some mirror work. Look at yourself in the eyes. Go. When we're done, look in your eyes. I love you. You are worthy. Or say, I am worthy. Look at yourself in the mirror. I am worthy. If you need a reminder, get a sticky note. Put it on the mirror. I love you. Say it 3 times. Say your name out loud. Say your name out loud into the mirror. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. Know your worth. Okay. Source wants you to know that you are worthy. You are worthy. You've been conditioned and programmed to think that you're not. But you are a divine being. You're a spark of source. Incarnate. Here. Experiencing. You're here to co-create and play and have fun. You are worthy of it all. All right. 5025 on the timer. You guys have a beautiful evening. I'll talk to you soon. Love ya. Bye.